would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Lutz is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready, let's go. Steal, check, steal. Hut, hut.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Oh, look at the juke. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pickett steps away to his left. He's got this to Pickens. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. Involved. What's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, 82 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got it at the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. We're talking about a great call on special teams, a gutsy call. They fake the extra point. They'll wind up getting 2 for the price of 1. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Beckham goes in motion left. Here's Pickett. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now Pickett. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. Completes it to Austin. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The give. This is Harris, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now here's another carry for Harris, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, now you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Pickett's throwing into the hands of Pickens.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. And they run with Harris off the option. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll try to run with Harris. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They run with Harris. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that stretches this lead to 20-8.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Yellow, Lonnie.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. They're on the 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. As they begin their 2nd half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustment.
And the ball is knocked out.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this 2nd half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Harris going to get it again on second down.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
2nd down. Here's Pickett. Finds Pickens outright.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They run again with Harris. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett back to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Ready up.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready?
Pollard going to try the right side. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Set.
Here's Lance to throw it. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Ready?
On third down, it's Pollard. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Let's go. 6. Mega.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
7.
Now a play fake. Lance. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. He got 29 yards that time.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Got it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Ready.
Pollard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
The Steelers' 9-yard line.
Hey, go Fury. Hut.
Pollard one more time. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Ready.
Lance on the keeper. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Steelers 23, Cowboys 14.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Lance looking to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Lance back to throw.
Left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
He finds his man, Pollard.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
At the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Steelers, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.